10 years ago, this congregation was locked out of its building. A previous rector had spent years cultivating an adversarial culture in which everyone was against us. The congregation ended up being divided at that time by that event. And so the members of the parish who wanted to stay in the Episcopal Church, continued to worship, ended up being without a place to worship. And it was a really painful time for the parish. Friendships, long friendships in some cases, were lost. Trust had been violated. People were heartbroken. But the amazing thing is, the Holy Spirit was still moving. God's grace and God's love were experienced so profoundly, they became such an important part of the story of this congregation. We learned how to be a church. We learned how to love each other better. We learned how to be a welcoming place. Broken hearts turned into open hearts. This has become the kind of Christian community where folks who vote differently and look at the world differently and read the Bible differently come together and worship together and have learned to love each other. And now we know that part of our mission as Christians and as this Christian community is to share that love and grace in the world.
In the past, Grace and St. Stephen's was a rather painful place for many people. And as we progressed over the years, there's been much healing, and people feel very, very welcome here. And we're all inclusive. That's the most important thing right now.
We happened to visit Grace and St. Stephen's one Sunday and just felt incredibly welcomed by the congregation. We also have 2 small children. One has special needs, and we definitely feel like Grace and St. Stephen's made a place for us. Our son has been able to participate in all of the kids programs, and the staff has been incredibly helpful and accommodating for him, and it's actually been a lot of fun.
We wanted to be in a church where, my daughter, who's 7 now, she grew up and decided that she wanted to be in the priesthood, that this was a church that would welcome her. That if either of my kids or any of my kids were gay, that they would find a home here and be loved here. And that was important to us, just to think about what kind of community we were joining and being purposeful about it.
I really think that it was the music that brought me into Grace and St. Stephen's. And then since then, I've taken an interest in the music program, and now I'm a part of the tail choir. Sometimes people ask me the question, how is it that you can be gay and yet go to church every Sunday? Like, isn't that a part of you that you have to hide? And I always tell them, maybe in certain churches, but at Grace, from the moment you walk in, there's love, and people don't really care about, for me, I've experienced racism, all the different isms that's out there in the communities in the past, but just to be able to be embraced for who I am is something that no words could ever describe.
We're here at Pride Fest today because the act of inviting is a spiritual act. It stretches us and grows us to be here in this incredible community.
Grace and St. Stephen's is a welcoming family because everyone's welcome. Hey, I'm welcome there too. And you would be welcome. We're all welcome.
All these people of different generations and different backgrounds reach out to us and show us who God is.
Grace and St. Stephen's is growing and thriving. People are experiencing God's love here.